In this video, we're going to talk about things that actors can do on a film set to really piss other actors off. Hi, I'm Doug Rao. Welcome back to the Creative Warrior YouTube channel, where every week I talk about the creative process in the entertainment business and also career progression. So if you're an actor or a writer or a filmmaker, this is the place for you. So hit the subscribe button, like this video if you like it. I'll tell you what, watch it first, and then if you like it, like it. And if you like it, comment on why you liked it. And if you didn't like it, comment on why you didn't like it. And then hit that bell notification for next week. So in this video, this is a funny question that I got. In this video, we're going to talk about things that actors can do on a film set to really piss other actors off. It's not necessarily going to be about what you could do to piss off the director or the producer. There are many things you can do to do that too, and I'll go through that in a different video. But this is really about you and the other actors. Now, this is really important to be, and I'll blow my own trumpet a little bit here. I'm quite proud of the fact that other actors seem to like working with me. I think it's important, you know. I love actors, and there's definitely a respect that you have to have for each other on a film set. And here are some things that you can do in this video which would really destroy your relationship with other actors. And you know what actors are like? They love to talk. So if you're going to do one of these things, I tell you what, someone else on another job is going to quickly know about it, because these little anecdotes go around and around and around. So without further ado, so number one on the list of things that you can do that will really piss the other actors off, and also probably the director as well, definitely, and all the crew, not knowing your lines. Now come on, this is one of the basics, if not the most basic part of our profession. Knowing your lines, right? In Shakespeare's day, you knew your part. You got your little side which just had your lines on it. So this was the most precious thing you have. Now, in the television equivalent or the movie equivalent is your sides that you get usually in the mornings, or hopefully, if they're really nice crew, the night before. However, you'll also have had the script for a while, so there's no excuse really to turn up on set and not know what you're going to say. Now, and I won't take that excuse from actors like, I don't really want to learn it too much because I just want to kind of find it on the day, like, you know, otherwise it feels too rehearsed. No. You know those lines inside out when you turn up on set that morning, okay? You should have said those lines 100 times, whether that had been in your hotel room, on the plane on the way to wherever location you're filming, in your house, in your trailer. When you get on set, the work's done, okay? The work is done. Nobody wants to see the work. When you turn up on set, you should be able to have a laugh and a joke, talk to people, look at the set that you're going to play with, make some decisions. It should be nothing to do with thinking about your lines. The work's done, and you can relax and you can enjoy it, and you can be really good. So, learn your lines inside out. Okay? Number one. Number two. Okay, number two. Now, this is a big deal, and I've had personal experience of this. And it's really, oh my God, it's really frustrating. This is when an actor, so usually when you're shooting a scene, say it's two people talking to each other, you'll usually shoot a wide shot or a two shot of the entire scene. And then after that, the director will come in for close-ups. It might not always happen this way, but usually it happens this way. And the camera will point over your shoulder at the person you're talking to and will shoot their medium shot and their close-up. And then you'll be off camera, obviously, and it will turn around and then it will point at you. So the thing that some actors do that really annoys me, and annoys other actors too, is that they change their performance when they're not on camera. So for instance, the camera's looking at them and they give a very volatile performance. The words are broken up and they're changing the rhythms and whatever. Maybe it's really good acting. I'm kind of making fun of it there. But then when the camera turns around and it's on you, they sort of give up. You know, they've done their bit. Like, you know, now, okay, thank you so much. Take a bow. I'm just going to learn the lines. please don't do that. Please don't do that. You need to do exactly what you did in your close-up for the other actor to react off, because it's all about that reaction, isn't it? All about that energy that you're going to put between the two of you when they put the scene together. And if you change your performance or bring the energy down, it's going to affect that other person. And no matter you think, okay, the camera's not on me, the scene will be worse. And if the scene's worse, then your performance seems worse because it's not as enjoyable a scene. So you're kind of doing yourself a disservice as well as the other actor, obviously. I worked with a woman once and we didn't get on, ever. But, and we were on a long job. And there was a scene whereby she had to break down and tell me about a very personal issue. And so we shot her close up first. And bear in mind, the director's in a different room looking at their monitor. They don't know what's going on between the two actors, really. They're sitting, unless they're on set with you, like really close up. So she delivered her performance. It was very good, very weepy, and just, you know, just a strange rhythm to it. But that's okay, because I was reacting to that rhythm, giving her lines and whatever she needed. And then it turned around and she just played it completely straight, like that. La, 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 la. So it was just very strange, because I'd been used to this wailing performance and I knew that I had to react somehow to someone who was being incredibly emotional, and yet now I was looking at someone who was being the opposite of emotional. Now, this woman was making a point, I think. Don't ever get in the situation where two actors despise each other like that. Believe me, it's not a nice place to be. But, you know, I've been there, and I was probably partially responsible for that relationship. And that's fine. It is what it is. I learned a lot. But yeah, just make sure that you're always, when you're on set, no matter if the camera's pointing at you, if you're not in shot, work. You're still at work, okay? And the other actors will respect you for that. They'll really appreciate it, and you'll be known as an actor's actor. And that's, for me, one of the best things you can ever be called. Number 3, treating the crew badly. I really hate this, you know, and you see it quite a lot, actually, surprisingly. And sometimes actors don't mean to treat, they're not dismissing them because they feel that they're necessarily above, but I guess it's a subconscious thing. And especially it seems to happen to, you know, runners and people like that. And, you know, people who bring you your coffee and your sides and tell you what time you need to be on set. They're usually young people who are just starting in the business and trying to work their way up to become producers or directors or whatever they want to do. And, you know, I've worked with a lot of these young people over the years, and they do rise up the ranks. I know people who were runners who are now top line producers and directors. So they won't forget if you treat them badly. There was an actor who, if he was called to set a minute before they were ready and ready to shoot his scenes, would throw a fit and would threaten these people. I mean, he was in a position of power, so he kind of couldn't be sacked. But it was just horrible to watch, and I hate it. And I do think that we, as actors, and I talk to people who are filmmakers as well, you know, directors and such, we need to know what everybody does on that film set. Because for me, it's intriguing. I want to know. I want to know the ins and outs of a grips. You know, what he does with the dolly, the timing that he has to hit, and how he works with the focus puller and the DOP or the camera op, whoever's sitting on the dolly. I find all that stuff fascinating. How they get the shots and things like that, and you know what does sound need from you as an actor. That's quite interesting as well, and you learn that stuff over the years. So I think treat everybody with respect in life and in work, but especially when you know there isn't necessarily a written hierarchy, but it's an unwritten hierarchy, and as an actor you're pretty high up that list. So, but don't abuse that. Be magnanimous, is that the word? Be humble. Be nice. Be fun to work with. And people will remember you. Number 4, this ties in quite well. Taking yourself too seriously. Now, you take the work seriously. The work's serious, right? We love our craft and we want to be the best at it. At least I do. I want to be the very best at it. Always did. Whether I was or not is irrelevant. I wanted to be and I tried to be the best. But I never took myself too seriously. You know, there are actors, there are directors, writers, all of whom you will meet in a rehearsal setting or on set, and you will know that this person takes themselves very seriously. They're very into themselves. And it's just so repellent. I know that's a bit of a strong word, but I find those people so fucking repellent. I mean, like I said in another bit, the work, the hard work, no one should know how hard it is, the job you do. And it is hard. It's hard to write a script. Man, it's hard to direct a TV show. It's hard to play a lead role in a TV series. Fine, we understand that. But you need to make it look easy, because you need to do your work at home. So therefore you can come to set, you can come to rehearsals, you can go to a pitch meeting as a writer, and an ease flows out of you, a joy, because all of that hard work was done back at home. Understood? Good. Don't take yourself too seriously. Huh? I think it's 5. Actors. Oh, actors. Changing lines on set. I hate this, man. I hate this so much. So you get to set. I mean, the other actors could have talked to you about this at lunch. They could have talked to you about it in the morning over makeup. But no, they didn't. They waited till they got to set. And then they said, oh, and the director's gathered around, you're about to do your read through. Oh, I think I want to change this. I don't want to say that. I want to say this. And so everyone has to then gather around and talk about how they're going to change the line. Now, invariably, if they change their line in any way, even in the slightest way, half the time they haven't thought it through what the repercussions will be for the other people's lines in the scene. And it's just always such a mindfuck, because you've got to then negotiate and not want to, piss anyone off by saying, can't we just fucking say what's on the page? Please, yeah, shall we just say what's on the page? Because the writer, unbeknownst to these people, obviously, maybe they've never written scripts. Those of us who've written scripts know. By the time that script gets to a set of a television show or a movie, it's probably been through 10 or more drafts, at least. And the writer knows those characters and knows what they would say more than you ever will. I mean, half of these actors probably just looked at the sides that morning and suddenly going, oh, you know what, I don't think my character would say that. No. Please never say that on a film set. If your character name there, John Smith, let's say, underneath has a line, your character says it, if you're John Smith, right? Never say those dreaded words, I don't think my character would say that. No. That's the name of your character. That's the line that he says. Say the line because your character says that line, right? There, as Mamet would say, there is no character. There is lines on a page plus you speaking them. Then character is basically the audience's perception of those two things together make a character in their mind. There is no such thing as character, a character. It's just you speaking a playwright's lines or a screenwriter's lines, right? The perception, that the work goes on in the audience's mind. Okay, you might put on a funny voice and everything, but still, you're only putting on that funny voice if it's necessary and if it's in the writing. A bit rambly in this one. Just sometimes it gets me worked up, you know. I've been there too many times, too many actors coming on set and me having to go, no, darling, please, can we just say what's on the page? Thanks, let's just get on with it and we can get to lunch. Many times I've said those words. Hasn't always endeared me to the person who wanted to change the line, but hey, they didn't endear me to them by trying to change the line anyway. Always be nice. Number 6. Oh my God, so many actors do this. A lot of directors do it too. Talking about yourself incessantly. Now, everyone loves to hear a funny anecdote. You know, oh, I was working on this job with this guy and then he fell over and oh, how we laughed. Great. 1 or 2 of those, they're great. The ones that really get you are, and you will encounter these if you haven't already, the ones that tell you how many jobs they're working on at the time, the big job they just came off, the famous person they just worked with and who told them that they were wonderful. I met an actress, oh my God, I met this actress in Morocco shooting something, and we're in the same hotel, she was shooting something else. And she went, oh, you're from London. She was Australian. She went, I was in a play in London, and the critics just absolutely raved for me. I mean, the whole of London was basically eating out of the palm of my hand. I was amazing. And I was standing there with another English actor, quite a well-known one, and the 2 of us looked at each other over the bar like, are we really hearing this? Is she really saying this? And yeah, she was unashamedly telling us how amazing she was. She may well be an amazing actress, I don't know, I've never seen her work. But yeah, just don't be that person. Be the person that shares a funny story now and again, and you know, joins in, but don't hog it. You know, it's just really draining, really draining. We all know you've had a career, we all know you've worked with famous people, and everyone else has too. Let's just be humble. It's basically the thing. I should put that at the bottom of this video. Just be humble. Just be humble. But not too humble, obviously, you know, but keep the arrogance within. Great, well listen, I hope you enjoyed that video, and I hope you got some tips of how not to be on a film set from that. I mean, if you've got any stories about people you know that you've worked with on a film set, then put them in the comments down below. If you like the video, press the like, subscribe to the channel. Every week we're going to bring some more content about the creative industry, creative inspiration, and about career progression within the entertainment industry, whether you're an actor, a writer, or a filmmaker. This is the place for you. So I hope to see you again soon.